Today, I'm giving you guys a double review. What? Damn! Because a couple weeks ago, I went out with a couple friends to see this movie that you're looking at right now, Detective K, which is apparently Korea's most anticipated movie of January 2011. There was an entire webpage dedicated to that. Detective K, Korea's most anticipated movie of January 2011. Not 2011 as a whole, just the month. Oh, and only 20% of people actually wanted to see it. That pretty much describes how this movie was. I saw the movies The Host and Mother, two Korean films by the same director, and they're both my favorite foreign films of all time. And a lot of people say, what about Hayao Miyazaki? And I would classify him as an anime director as opposed to a foreign filmmaker because, you know, his works end up being dubbed over by American voice actors, so it's not entirely foreign, you know, it's just animated. Anyway, my favorite foreign director was a Korean man who made these two movies, Mother and The Host, and both of those movies made it into the theater over here at Alderwood, around where I live. And The Host I heard about on Attack of the Show, and they highly recommended it, so I rented it, and I loved it. It's my favorite foreign film of all time. And then, like, a couple years after that, I saw that Mother, his next movie after The Host, was in theaters at Alderwood, so I went to see them. And so when I heard that this theater was playing another Korean movie, I knew it wasn't by the same director. I had that knowledge going in, but it was still a Korean movie. I had high hopes because the only two Korean movies I'd ever seen in the theater ended up being my favorite foreign films of all time. So I thought, holy shit, I have to go see this. Korean directors are the best. They all know how to make great movies, and this looks really silly and funny, just like Kung Fu Hustle, because I loved that movie too, and it looks like it has the same sense of humor, and it looks really good and maybe really wacky, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it, and I won't feel bored, and I won't feel let down, and I won't feel like the humor's really stupid, and I won't walk out of the theater less than halfway through the movie, but that's what I did anyway. The humor in this is really, really, really stupid. Like, if you take an anime based on solving crimes, like Case Closed, which by the way is a great anime, for those of you who've seen it, you know. Those of you who haven't, go check it out, Case Closed. It's exactly like Case Closed, except in live action as opposed to animation. Because the way that the Detective K, solves these crimes, you know, he approaches a crime scene, then he analyzes the situation out loud to himself. You know, it's like an inner monologue. It sounds like an inner monologue, but it's something he's saying out loud. And as opposed to everyone around him acting the way you would see someone act, you know, in a normal crime scene, like in, let's say, CSI, you know, kind of asking questions, analyzing the situation, they're all just standing there dumbfounded going, you know, just staring at him because they're just so amazed. And they're actually producing audible noises of amazement that are just really, really dumb for live action. In anime it works because, well, it's anime, and you expect the characters to be over the top, you expect them to be over dramatic, you expect them to produce a lot of unnecessary noises because that's just what you expect with an anime, and they do it well, and voice actors know how to do it. But here, when it's a live action movie, god damn, is it stupid. Oh, it was really stupid. There were a few moments where I laughed a bit, not super hard. The fight scenes were okay. There was one chase scene we sat through, and it was really, really hard to tell what was going on because the camera was just moving too fast, and the characters were moving too fast, and they were trying to, like, they were, like, running through a market, and while the characters were running through a street in the market, the camera person was, trucking left, following them, but on the opposite side of the market. So there were like buildings, you know, and people getting in his way, and it was supposed to look like a cool action shot, you know, very Bourne Identity, Bourne series style, but it just looked really, really bad. Yeah, you know what? I think I might end it there. I don't really have words for it because I only watched the first third of it. It's really dumb. It's not filmed particularly well. It's not a terrible movie by any means, but it's not a good movie by any means either. So, massive disappointment, so we decided to walk out of that and see something much better. Oh yeah! I am number 4, from the director of Disturbia, produced by Michael Bay! Ah! Ah! So that means that the very least, we're gonna have some cool action scenes. Guess what we got? Some cool action scenes. So we walked into this about half an hour after it had started, so luckily we got to skip over all the really stupid bullshit dialogue where they try to develop a character through these really flat descriptions that we've been seeing in thousands upon millions upon billions of different action flicks, where the character is just this really cool, charming, attractive, tall, physically fit male, but somehow everyone thinks he's a freak and he has no friends. And then the popular guy at school is the biggest fucking douche in the universe. I mean, he walks with his posse of 5 or 6 guys. They just follow him, and then he just steps up to like this little nerdy kid, who, by the way, the nerdy kid, his acting wasn't half bad. I thought he was all right. He seemed to do it pretty well. And he just takes this little nerdy kid and he slams him into the locker. I mean, like, really slams him. And then he just laughs, and all the stupid goons are like, look how cool we are. And then everyone around them's like, haha, yeah, you beat up that little kid who has no shit of a chance to fight back. You're so cool. I mean, we've never seen you fight someone your own size, but you just beat up that little kid who's really nice and actually really attractive and really charming and should be incredibly likable, but no, we're all fuckheads and we like to pick on other people because that's how this writing goes. And I haven't seen Disturbia in a few years, and while it's not a great movie, it's a good movie. I mean, I just sounded really redundant there. It's not a great movie, but it is a good movie. I was thoroughly entertained the whole way through. It wasn't particularly surprising or scary, but I do like Shia LaBeouf. I liked the writing. I thought it was pretty funny at parts, and it had just an overall entertaining feel. I thought it went for and executed exactly what the basis of a Hollywood, A-listing summer movie should have. It was entertaining. That's it. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was just entertaining. That was awesome. Now here, we have some cool action scenes, and I don't know, it feels like originality these days with these alien characters. I mean, what the fuck? This guy is just Superman, but with less powers. Then again, we missed the first half hour, but it's implied from what we could tell that this kid, his parents are from outer space. Or they were from outer space, and they left him here, and they left Earth, or they died or something. They left him with this guy on Earth who's just a human, and he's like his guardian or some shit. Like, they tried to give it this really awesome original background, of these characters coming from space and landing here, and it's like, you've never seen this before, because this kid isn't Superman. No, he didn't come here by himself. His parents came here and they left him here, and then they died. So and he doesn't really have any weaknesses, so that's different to Superman. And he doesn't have super strength. Well, he kind of does, and he can kind of fly, and he can kind of use telepathy and shoot light beams out of his hands, but other than that, there's not really anything. He's not Superman. He's a kid. Look how young he is. He's not Superman. It's just such a recycled... Sorry, I'm going to replace that word. Not recycled. Beaten to death theme in sci-fi movies these days, or I guess I should say action sci-fi movies, is that the main character is this alien who looks human. That's really fucking original. And I'm not going to bring down Superman for that, because they did it first. I mean, Superman, he's Superman. He's like the fucking original superhero. So, back then, that was an original idea, and now everyone's just copying out and stealing it. And so they tried to go into all this really stupid sci-fi background, try to establish that this is the universe we live in, and they just went too heavy on it. And then there's these aliens who also look like people. They look like fuck, I'm going to be so disappointed if I can't remember what they're called. The guys from Star Trek. It's my favorite sci-fi movie, and I can't remember what they're called. I haven't seen it in so long. I'm sure I'll remember it. The Nero, Captain Nero, his people. They look exactly like that. They have like these face tattoos and tattoos all running up on their body, and they're like a little bit bigger than humans, kind of, and they have these really nasty teeth and weird eyes. But other than that, they just look human. In fact, they kind of just look like humans with makeup on. No, that couldn't be it. They're probably just like ascendants of human, or descendants of human or something. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is. So anyway, this kid is at school, and they try to throw this bullshit romance thing with this girl who, you know, the one and only girl in school who, for some reason, the one and only girl in school, I'm going to elaborate, I'm going to reassert that point, that she's the one and only girl in school who knows this guy's a nice guy. Not only is he nice, he's charming, he's sweet, he's, you know, physically fit, he's attractive, he's all these good things, and she's the only person in the goddamn school who sees that. And her ex-boyfriend was the douche who likes to beat up children. You have to wonder how she even got with him in the first place at all. And so, throughout the course of the movie, these alien guys have to kill number 4. Can't remember his name. They have to kill number 4 because there's 9 of these alien people who crash landed on Earth or something, or the parents left them or some bullshit like that. And so they're stuck on Earth. And these alien guys can only kill them in a certain order. And they've already killed number 1, and number 2, and number 3. That means he's next! Number 4 is gonna die! See, there's a lot of really stupid mystery with the title of movies like this. I am number 4. Number 4 what? Number 4 what? Are you the 4th person to ever have blonde hair? Are you the first person to ever eat this kind of sandwich? Are you the first person ever to be an alien from this planet who's also the 4th person from the planet and they're gonna kill you next? And it's really stupid. It's a really stupid gimmick with sci-fi action flicks, is that they throw in these really dumb titles that just make no goddamn sense unless you watch the trailer. And then you watch the trailer and it's like, oh, there's 9 of them and they killed 1 through 3 and they're gonna kill 4. Okay, I don't need to watch that. And so they go after him and fight, chase. I mean, it's just a bunch of, and then these glowing stones that's like kryptonite, except it's the opposite, because instead of killing the hero, it will like give the owner the power to destroy / rule the universe. And so the aliens are killing these 9 people so they can get the stones or something. I don't even know if there's 9 stones, but there's at least 2. And along the way, he runs into this blonde girl reoccurringly, and whoa, what a coincidence, she's number 6. But what I don't understand is that in the movie, they're also trying to kill her. Once they team up and they're trying to fight back the aliens, the bad guys, the aliens, are trying to kill number 6. But I thought you had to kill number 4. I mean, you killed 1, 2, and 3. What, don't you have to kill number 4? I mean, if number 4 is so important, why didn't you just, never mind. I guess it probably doesn't matter. It's sort of just some stupid excuse where it doesn't actually matter. Anyway, so they fight, and they kill the aliens, and then they leave it open for a really, really stupid sequel! It ended the exact same way Transformers 1 did. And I'm not bashing on Transformers. I think it's a pretty solid series for the most part. It's a great action sci-fi series. You know, for what it is, it does it well. But here, they're just, Michael Bay, I assume, is just recycling stupid old shit that we've seen a million times before. We don't need to see it again, and it ends this exact same way, you know. In the meantime, his like zooming, it's like a crane shot that's moving into the sky, and it's like, in the meantime, we're gonna stay here on Earth and keep looking for the other 5 people or however many that are still alive, and we're gonna find them and team up, and we're gonna defend this planet because this is our home now, and we're staying here for good. Roll credits. Cue fucking awesome action music. What a piece of shit. Thanks for your time, everybody.